pretty poor kick because it was on his right foot. He should have been able to keep it in the field of play.
If he kept it in the field of play, I've got no doubts Balmain would have gone close to scoring as Van der Voort makes a great break down to the halfway line. Penrith on the halfway. Alexander, out it comes to Geyer. He floats it over the top to McIndoe. McIndoe over the halfway. He's got support, throws the dummy, looks from there. Alexander! Alexander races away! Alexander will score! Great play! Super play, Alan McIndoe. Great football, Greg Alexander. And Penrith leads 6-4.
Absolutely genius football from Alan McIndoe. He's spilt 2 balls so far in the game, but that makes up for them very quickly. Penrith moving a ball out here. Balmain moved up to try and cut it off. I think Benkick was offside, in fact, but look at McIndoe here. McIndoe, he draws the man to set up his winger, but then throws the dummy. That got rid of one. Then he turns on the pace, and this absolutely beautiful pass inside to Alexander, who positioned himself perfectly. That was just superb football.
Oh, gee, wasn't this a bit of class from McIndoe?
Well, McIndoe shows that he was thinking a mile ahead of everybody else here. Notice there a long pass to get over the top of Benkick, who'd come up offside. And McIndoe looks inside. He sets the baker, it was looming up, got the pass away to get rid of Elias. That little bit of speed just to pull 2 into him to open up the hole beautifully for Alexander in the middle. A little bit of skill and an extra bit of speed from McIndoe.
I tell you what, that's his 4th try of the year, but there won't be many that are better than that one.
Eastern Suburbs have bought plenty of pace in their 2 Englishmen, Joe Lydon and Martin Offia, but having pace and being able to use it's another thing. I think what Eastern Suburbs will do today through their 5'8" Tony Melrose is plenty of long balls out Offia's way and plenty of kicks in behind the defence.
Well, here's a chance for him. He's got a try in his first game. He's picked up over 100 in 2 seasons. Hallelujah, says Offia. First real touch from open play.
State Bank replay shows the absolute pace of this man. He hits the ball going at 100 miles an hour, came back on the inside of the defence there. None of them appeared to make a very good attempt to get him. It's a nice little move by the lock forward, McGahn, who sets him up there. The pass goes out there to the Georgialis, then back on the inside. You see him shrug his shoulders there through a couple of tackles. And he really is an astonishingly fast player. See it better from this angle. There's Georgialis, turns it back inside. Here he goes, straight through between 2 of them. One made a lunge and fell over in his wake. He's one of the fastest things I've ever seen.
Flanagan a dummy half. They keep working the short side. That's Skerritt. From the Bradford Northern Club in England. Cogger. Tutor. Hanley. As he often does, straight across the paddock. They've got plenty of men left over. Back inside it. Oh, now they go outside from Maai and he'll score. That's a fine reply from the Magpies. Jason Stafford did it well at the finish for Maai.
Yes, put this try down to Ellery Hanley. It was good football from him. He stood his opponent Georgialis up there. The little halfback was no match for him. He ran across field. Almost dummied to pass, got a stray pass away there to his centres, Stafford, and then Stafford gave it out to Mackay, and Mackay scores in the corner. Watch out Hanley now, his skills, he's got them all, he goes into his man and then slightly away and really gets his legs going fast. He's a big lump of a fellow, able to travel smartly. The pass to Stafford was not ideal, but it was well received by Stafford, and then it was given away out to Mackay, and Mackay scored the try. Excellent football and a good response.
Football by Rodwell to get it moving, and Jason Moon did everything right. He didn't force a silly pass.
Russell held that pass up well for Skipper Liddy. Now Morrissey. They're only about 18 metres out here, the Steelers. They're playing good football. Hanson, away it comes. This is Gregory. Oh, and the pass, it's intercepted. Now, what are they going to do? Can they catch Scotty Gale? He's over the halfway, giving chases. Wishart's got him, but Florimo's got the pass, and Florimo's going to race away and score. Rodwell will keep him out towards the touchline, but a good try to North Sydney after Gale's intercept, and North leads 6-0.
Even on a muddy track, Scott Gale had the pace. Andy Gregory made the mistake. He tries the cut-out pass, but ricochets up in the air off Gale. He almost got the intercept cleanly. They would have had no chance, but he had the pace. Wishart gives it everything he's got to try and haul him in, but Scott, just at the last moment, pulls away, and Florimo backing up perfectly. A pass was timed in, but Scott, just at the last moment, pulls away and Florimo backing up perfectly. The pass was timed to perfection.
Ferguson. This is Houghton. Former Leeton player. And Penrith and Parramatta. Stewart hooking it back again to this western side of the field, but Docking in good position. Docking, it's a great runner of the football. He's got support here. Now this is Davidson up over the halfway. Davidson back on the infield. He's got Speechley with him. Speechley's got Russell there. Russell's got loads of pace. Russell scampering away, puts it down under the post, and Cronulla lead by 4 points to 0.
Great attacking football from the Sharks, and put it down to the fullback Jonathan Docking for starting it. He picked it up from the kick, and just look at the elusive play here. In this position, usually he'd have a wall of defenders in front of him. He goes across field to try and skirt them. First of all, the change of pace, the step around, he gets the pass away, and then John Davidson does well. He outskirts Ricky Stewart here, then looks inside, missed tackles. They're paying the price, the Raiders, once more, and Barry Russell backing up, outstrips Carey under the posts. Look at this great work here. First of all, he gets around Twig, and then the perfect step to almost evade Bell. Gets the pass away. The step enabled him to get the pass away, and then a couple of missed tackles. The cover coming across. Craig Diamond missing on the inside. It was a difficult tackle, but he set himself up to miss it, really committed himself too early.
Another scrum to go down.
Penrith finally getting the chance, managing to make a break with Gaia, but then not able to finish it off.
Stick it in, Billy, come on. Bring it round.
Parramatta through Kenny. Kenny's gone straight through. Kenny being chased by Lazenby. Lazenby won't get him. Oh, vintage Brett Kenny in under the post. Parramatta 4, Penrith 0.
Well, I watched Brett Kenny play last week, and he really still has all the class, all the genius, maybe not quite the pace, but this man is still a master footballer, and look at him here, just great football by Kenny. Out it comes from the scrum, they spin it wide, Barnes sending it out to Kenny, the little bit of run around to put a bit of indecision into the minds of the defence, the dummy to trick Baker, that left Lazenby chasing, he didn't quite have the pace, Kenny couldn't outstrip him, years ago he would have left him for dead, but he had enough pace to get there, but wasn't that beautiful work up front. Give a little bit of credit here to Barnes, he does the run around, puts a bit of indecision into the minds of the centres, Kenny straight through, and look at the way he left Baker. Baker said, well, he must pass it. Everyone thought he would, but not Kenny. Held it up beautifully, and away he goes. Despairing dive, and Parramatta on the board.
And finally, it's going to be a line dropout.
And it's not a real good line dropout either. It's only 10 metres from the halfway mark as O'Sullivan picks it up. And away goes O'Sullivan, trying to link up with Belcher. Does so. Belcher into the clear. Turns the pass back inside for Clyde. Clyde found support too from Wood. Wood still going Wood. Looking for the line. The pass is bounced once to Belcher. Try to Belcher. And the Raiders is at a grand final berth.
Well, the State Bank replay will show all the marvellous ball control of this. This came from a bad, or what we considered was an ordinary line dropout. O'Sullivan laid the basis of it with a good diagonal run across field. Belcher, beautiful in and away, stood his man up so well, gets the pass back on the inside to Bradley Clyde. Clyde stepped and went on the outside again, got a one-handed pass back inside to Wood. Wood's tied up at this particular moment, and then he gets this pass away to Belcher. An over-the-top pass that was quite legitimate, didn't go forward, and there's Belcher scoring the easiest of tries. O'Sullivan made it look very easy, and doesn't Belcher do beautiful things there with that little in and away to wrong foot the defence. There's the pass on the inside to Bradley Clyde, who's been mighty strong. On the way there to Wood, who's over his nerves of having almost conceded a try to the opposition a little while back. And there onto Belcher, and Belcher goes in for his second try. A really stunning event.
A basketball bounced pass.
Bill, is there time for a victory for Balmain?
Well, while there's life, there's hope, Graham. I've seen games won and lost from here, but I just think that Parramatta's got too much commitment for them today. They started like a house on fire. Balmain's attitude wasn't quite right. They were a little bit shell-shocked. They might be able to score again.
Well, here they go through Maguire. They can smell it's on. Balmain back for Neil. He hangs on to it. He's got support. Elias, the flick back to Roach. Chalmers, this will be a sensation. The referee got in the road. Chalmers will score under the post. Oh, McCallum took out one of the tacklers. Talk about drama.
Ticehurst,
There could
I
be the
think.
wind still on here.
Elias, then Benny Elias is going to take the kick at goal, or he's going to set the ball on the mound there. He does. The score diminishes. It's now 18 points to 16 and only 2 points in the match with about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. This is the way the try went. A beautiful passing out there along the line. Straight away there it was to Maguire, who spin it away. The pass back on the inside to Neil, pulled it out of the air with one hand, got it onto Benny Elias. He switched the back pass onto Roach. Roach gave it to Chalmers, who I thought was not going to sprint, but it had dawned on him that he had a try at the making.
Steve Walters, good tackle from Brasher. Thorne, he's a big fellow. He ran straight at Michael Neal. Fulmer, Hagan, Boyd running out wide. The wide pass comes to Doyle. On it comes now to Quinton. Quinton for the line. Back in field. Here comes Richard Clark. And Clark scores a super try. What a great try that was. It's 8-all. What a classical piece of football by Newcastle. Balmain have the speed in the backs, but look at this Newcastle backline fire this time. They swing the ball across out wide. Hagan just held it up for a moment. Then Boyd, a beautiful long pass to Doyle, who finds Quinton on the fly. But the secret was that pass from Quinton. Bit of a speculator. He must have heard the call inside from Clark, and he was there to back up. The big front row backing up inside the winger after they've spread the ball. This is just beautiful hands to get it out wide, but the secret was the last pass. Balmain had the defence pretty well organised there. They were man on man all the way. Quinton on the fly. Across comes the defence, but this pass from Quinton, he must have heard the call because he didn't look. He just flung it back inside, and great backing up. The man playing the ball seems to have recovered from his leg injury. Duffy's injury must be a little bit more serious than originally thought, as Laman will play it on the halfway line. He'll just get time to play this, and that's about all we'll see in this first half. There's less than 10 seconds remaining, and Lewis has gone straight through. Now can Lewis go all the way? He's got it to Langer. Langer, he's got the pass away. Back it comes to Langer, and Langer will score under the post. What a try! Half-time was up. Less than 2 seconds left in the first half when Lewis made the break. Langer scores the try. Brisbane lead 8-0.
Well, Wally Lewis said that he knew himself he hadn't been doing enough running in the previous few games. This time just a little dummy to get through, and then he made no mistake. Beautiful pass on the inside. Now Langer knew that Gary Worth was calling him in. He thought that Walters might go all the way. Walters could see Worth still coming, so he flicked it back to Langer. Great football with just 30 seconds till the half-time bell. Wally Lewis spears through, had enough pace, but look at the pass was the thing that really made it. Beautiful long pass back inside to Langer, who's backed up like a Terry Lamb. Worth paired after them, trying to cut two of them down, and he might have been able to do it. But Langer calling the ball back on the inside. Had to drop back to stay onside, did well, and the four-pointer is a killer.
Run around, Davidson, picked off easily. Another change for Canterbury, Bill.
Kyle White in 26. We saw him play a couple of years ago in the Commonwealth Bank Cup for Patrician Brothers Fairfield. Makes his debut in first grade. It'll be for Peter Tunks.
Kyle White running forward. As Miller does his own sort of running. Right through a huge gap. Looks for Coleman. That's a magnificent piece of rugby league. Coleman picks up try number 2, but put it down to Miller. The Dally M Award winner from last year. Sensational stuff by the Sharks.
How sweet it is. Watch Hatch, watch Miller. Through the gap, fairly large gap. Tunks was one of the men that he beat. He runs, veers to the right. We wondered whether he was going to get tackled at that point. Turned the ball back on the inside to Cullinan, who hit it going flat chat and has circuited the opposition and gone in and scored a splendid rugby league try. No question about it. From head on, it'll look this way. Now look at the gap he goes through. Tunks on one side, Folks on the other. No Langmack on the other. Two of the very experienced defenders in this Canterbury side. And there, Coleman back on the inside to score what was a splendid, well-initiated try with everything going for it. Beautiful stuff. Gavin Miller has not played all that outstandingly today, but he's done several marvellous things and done them very, very well. There he is, Coleman, one of the real racehorses in this competition.
Very confident Parramatta side at the moment. Here's the man we were talking about, Drake. He's in a bit of trouble there, though. Roach and Sheridan to pull him down. Now Wynn, as we've seen so often over the years in Sydney football. The head back, the knees pumping. Now Barnes. Keeping it alive very smartly as Barnes picked up the pass again. Nice pass from the halfback Bell, and out it goes to Woods, and out it goes to Ericsson. This is a magnificent Parramatta try. Oh, that's fine stuff from the Eels. They kept the football alive and just ran Balmain off their feet. Great try to the Eels.
Well, this one really came as a result of a long three-quarter line movement. They've got their backs all in position out there. There was some nifty handling here around about this situation. Kenny got the ball away nicely to Barnes. Barnes lobbed a pass there that just beat Courier. It went out there to little Jason Bell, then on to David Woods, and the centre positioned himself perfectly and got it away to Ericsson, the wing three-quarter, who scored a very, very smart try. I'm still concerned that Ericsson doesn't carry the ball in the right arm, but that's the way he likes to run, so we've got to go with it. There was a beautiful bit of handling there by Woods. He did very well and then sucked the defence to him. Gary Jack's having a nightmare match. Nothing he could do about the two tries because he's been set up with the opposition coming at him in two. So that's a very smart try to Ericsson.
Sam Baggo out for 4 weeks with a shoulder injury. And here's Alan Langer. Langer's gone straight through. Langer's over the halfway. Now who's going to win the race for the ball? Fulmer's coming from nowhere. World's there. French has got it now. Worth and Fulmer almost got in each other's row. Langer, now they must score if they move it quickly. Over the top, Dowling. Now Johns. Johns must score. Johns is in. It's 18 points to 6. Well, it was Alan Langer who really created that try. He split Newcastle from his own 22. Then the kick. He's back in it again here at dummy half. And the long pass over the top. Dowling quickly feeds it onto Johns because he knew that Johns had the pace. And does he what? Look at that sheer speed of Chris Johns. Just perfect football. Back to Langer.
And this is where it started, the break. And watch this. Langer the kick. Now watch Fulmer and Worth almost get in each other's road here. As Langer, Fulmer and Worth all go for the ball, and French says thank you very much.
Kilroy is coming up with the ball. But then Langer in a dummy half. He quickly moved to the crossfield. He knew that they had to be thin out there. So did Dowling, and Chris Johns. Just noticed Johns wasn't standing still. He was taking it on the move.
Failing to finish off a couple of tries. Carter brings it away. 2-all in a vital match in the Winfield Cup. Heavy defence on Bentley. Simmons finds Vandervoort. Simmons across field. The Cartwright to find himself into the open. A one-hander away to Carter. Over the top to McIndoe. I don't think Jura will get him, will he? He's coming across. He won't have the pace. McIndoe's going to make up for it.
Well, he has made up for it by scoring a try, but even though he ran beautifully there to score, it didn't look like the McIndoe that I've come to see in the last 8 or 10 matches in this competition. Here it goes out here with Cartwright getting the ball on the right. He makes the bust, goes through the defence there. Lyons has got him round the legs, gets it away to Carter. Carter pops a pass over the top to McIndoe. Now, I know he looks good, he looks great, but he doesn't look like the McIndoe that I'm used to watching go round. Jura very close to getting to him, made him sort of bend his back, but that was a fair try, a pretty good wing three-quarters try. I'd like to know exactly what's going on with this bloke today, and really astonishing thing to say. I think there's something wrong with him.
Great finishing by Alan McIndoe. 8 tries for him in 1989.
It's back in the scrum now, worked by Stewart. Distinct underdogs after losing several key players before this game. Belcher was one of them, Craig Diamond another one, and their hooker Steve Walters. So Canterbury came in as hot favourites. But really and truly, it's Canterbury who have been found wanting. Look at Ferguson. He's never tackled, is he? Never tackled. Lazarus got away to coin this time.
And they're prepared to offload the ball, Canberra. That's one of the things that's getting them into the clear.
O'Sullivan links up with Henjack. Little gap there for Henjack, who's gone straight through. Got support back inside from O'Sullivan. Daly's there to back up. Oh, Daly, what a try! What a great try to the Raiders.
Cronulla had all week long to look at that video and see where Canterbury went wrong last week, and they haven't given Osborne much room to move. Notice there, we see Eddinghausen up quickly on him. He's cutting across the ruck. They're just not giving him the room, firstly, to run, and secondly, to get his hands through.
Mackay's gone straight through. He's got Walford there. Now Walford's got away. They won't catch Ricky Walford. Walford's got a heap of pace. Walford bringing it around. Walford will make it easier for him to convert his own try. St George are back in the game. Ray Gang rises to his feet and thinks maybe there's still a chance. Mackay started it and Walford finished it off.
Well, the speed of Ricky Walford, we saw it 4 times last week. Here it is. Mackay bustles his way through the defence, stays on his feet well, and then Walford managed to get past Stocking, and then Alan Wilson gave chase, but he was never going to catch the flyer. Ricky Walford adds to the number of tries for the season. He's really piling them on. But look at this good break by Mackay. He brushes away from 2. The Cronulla defence did finally crack through a little bit of skill, a little bit of step, and a little bit of looking from Brad Mackay. But then Ricky Walford down the touchline all the way. Alan Wilson chases, but he never was going to catch him. Ricky Walford, what a couple of weeks he's having. What a season he's having. This man could have played rep football, deserved to.
His 13th try of the year, which means he's the leading try scorer at this stage.
Bounces away from him. Martin's there to recover. And Martin can't beat the first tackle.
What's your big win?
Back for O'Sullivan. And then Henjack, who came inside one tackle and into the clear now. Little Ivan Henjack, who's under the halfway mark. Found Meninga with him, and Big Mal charges at the quarter line. Can Barwick get to him? He doesn't need to. Matthew Woods is there to back up on the inside. And that is a sensational Canberra Raiders try. Started by Henjack, featuring Meninga, and finished by Matthew Wood.
Well, just as Billy Anderson predicted, Henjack's a man that has an eye for an opening and can make a break. I'll say he's got an eye for an opening, and can he make a break after that? We're seeing the end part of it. The Meninga getting the pass away beautifully there to his teammate, number 2 there, Matthew Wood. But here is the way that the little fella made the initial break. Now here's Ivan Henjack, strapped up like a trotting duck. Here he goes with his left thigh bandaged. He's had a hamstring problem. Look at him go. He's pursued by Mackey, who's had a very gifted game for the Canterbury side. Steps inside and finds Mal Meninga, who'd only just gone back onside. Mal Meninga then did a beautiful job of sucking the defence to him and getting the pass away to Wood. It was just rugby league at its absolute best. There is no better try than that one. Just a great try.
Nice to go out in a tough one. Edmed. Great game from Edmed tonight. Parrish. The Balmain forwards have certainly produced a couple of great performances while their stars have been in New Zealand. Elias. Courier once more right into the open. Maybe he'll go alone. He sends it back in for Pearce. This is another great try. Oh, put it down, Michael Neal. This could be a Nissan classic. Right under the black dot. Little Michael Neal. Leichhardt Oval is alive with great football from the Tigers.
Beautiful quick hands along the line here as we see Elias get it out to Courier. Courier's the speed machine. We've mentioned it before. He can run very quick. He takes him on, then he gets a long pass back right on the inside to Wayne Pearce, who was trailing. Then on to Grant, then back to Michael Neal, and Michael Neal goes over. A beautiful try, well constructed. See it again, the quick hands from Neal out to Elias, then to Courier. Courier's already into the clear. The defence is coming towards him from behind, but he knows he's got the pace there. Then a long, well-controlled pass back on the inside. Wayne Pearce, change of direction to Grant. Grant quick hands it on to Neal, and Neal's in for a beautiful, spectacular try. That one could very well be the Nissan try of the year, but we'll probably get many more good ones out of the rest of the football. Wayne Pearce turn, change of direction, Grant, Neal under the goal posts.